Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kresge Gymnasium for the live stream of tonight's Albion College men's basketball contest between Albion College and the Wisconsin Stout Blue Devils. My name is Jake Moss, head golf coach here at Albion College, and the voice of your Brits basketball for the 2021-22 season. Just about 4 minutes left on the clock before we turn things over to the public address announcer for the introduction of tonight's contest. Looking forward to a great game tonight. This is the second game of the season for the Brits at Kresge. Lost the first one, but we're looking to rebound here tonight, so thank you for joining us. Can't wait to take you through this one. Go Brits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tip-off underway. The Blue Devils win the opening tip-off. Ball finds itself in the hands of Armani Tinsley. He tries to drive through the lane, loses it for a little bit, but keeps it, passes it out wide to number 4, Luke Geiger. Ball is worked around, and a shot is put up in the air by the sophomore, Lavelle Williams. Shot misses, rebounded by the Brits. Cortez Garland now. Passes to Maccabee. Maccabee to Devin Holmes, the senior from Redford Township. Holmes eyeing his option. Gives it to Cortez Garland. Garland looking for a pick from Justin Maccabee, and Garland drives through the lane and finds 2 points for Albion. Albion will break the ice here tonight in Kresge. 2-0 underway here. Shot up in the air. Armani Tinsley with a quick three-pointer to answer the Brits. So now Brits back, another offensive possession. Cortez Garland starting things off here for the Brits. Lavelle Williams trying to play stout defense on him. No pun intended, but certainly accepted. Cortez Garland puts up a three-pointer, misses off of the rim. It'll be rebounded by Tinsley. And Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson, the junior, trying to just play tight defense on Tinsley, but played just a little bit too tight, and as a result, there's going to be a foul on that play. Ball's up in the air, rebounded by 42 Drew Scott, and then finally Armani Tinsley finds himself with a somewhat open look, but open enough as he drains another three-pointer. 6-2 in favor of the Blue Devils. Cortez Garland hands it off to MJ Barnes. Barnes looking for a little bit of space instead, drives straight to the rack, rattles it around before it drops through the net. 6-4. 2 minutes into this contest. Lavelle Williams will start this offensive possession for UW Stout, trying to make his way past Cortez Garland. Juggles the ball a little bit before eventually it finds itself with Armani Tinsley. Tinsley to Williams. Williams to Syriac. Syriac's back to Tinsley. Tinsley now to Luke Geiger. Geiger out wide to John Syriac, and Syriac is going to make another three-pointer. If the Blue Devils drop three-pointers like this all night, it's going to be a long game for Albion. Armstead Wilkerson with the ball, gives it to Maccabee. A little bit of a give and go as Armstead Wilkerson has it again, trying to make his way past Armani Tinsley, but he's going to be blocked by Drew Scott. Tinsley was the initial defender, but Drew Scott saw where he was needed and came over to make a play. However, Drew Scott's going to be called for a foul on that play. I didn't see it personally, but I am not wearing stripes, so my opinion is not as valid as some others. First shot in the air is good for Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. Wilkerson, a junior from East Lansing. Attempt number 2 in the air and in the bucket. Lavelle Williams with the ball. He's going to get things started for the Blue Devils on this possession. He gives it to Syriac. Syriac looking around, gives it to Geiger. Geiger wants to make his way past MJ Barnes, gives it back to Syriac. Syriac hands it off to Lavelle Williams, who finds a long two-pointer, knocks it down for UW Scout. Armstead Wilkerson with the ball. Appears to be calling some kind of a play. Gives it to Garland. Give and go back to Armstead Wilkerson. Gives it to Cortez Garland, and Garland's going to drain a three from right in the center. (11-9) here in favor of Wisconsin Stout. 16:30 left in the first half as Lavelle Williams almost gets pickpocketed by Cortez Garland, but he keeps the ball. Syriac is going to give it to Tinsley. Tinsley makes his way past two Brit defenders, rolls the ball around the rim before it drops in for 2 more points. Justin Maccabee underneath the basket tries to power his way to a pair of points, and he does not do so. So Armani Tinsley with another shot attempt. I'm shocked he missed, because the way he has shot so far early in this game, it did not look like he was going to miss all night. Now Justin Maccabee drives to the rim, and they're going to call a blocking foul down low. Looks like it's going to be on Drew Scott, and if it is, he'll pick up 2 early fouls. It is, in fact, on Drew Scott. So Drew Scott with his 2nd foul of the game. So the Britons are going to bring in just a couple substitutions. Number 5, Kai Winston, and number 1, Fred Garland. The Blue Devils brought in 3 subs. It's going to be number 3, Tyrese Alexander, number 24, Jackson Knoll, and number 33, Nick Jungle. We got a timeout on the floor. That timeout's going to be called by the Blue Devils. Jody May not quite as fired up as we saw him this early in the last game. As somebody who sits directly above the bench, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on Jody May, head coach for the Britons, and just see how he's doing. Is he mad? Does he look like he's upset? He looks okay so far. Blue Devils with the ball. Lavelle Williams handling it. Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson eyeing him down on defense. Looking to put up a wall, and he does. MJ Barnes gets his hand in there to knock it free. And Justin Maccabee tried to power his way to the rim, but he's going to be called for a travel up by the free throw line where he started his drive. The dunk looked great, Justin, but we got to get there clean first. But Lavelle Williams gives the ball to Tyrese Alexander. Alexander gives it to Jackson Knoll. Knoll gives it to Jungle. Jungle gives it to Geiger. Geiger gives it to Alexander. Alexander looking for Lavelle Williams. He finds him. Lavelle Williams, he's going to say, hey, let's set something up. And he finds a little bit of isolation, puts up a floater, misses. Tyrese Alexander almost grabbed the rebound. Cortez Garland knocked it free. And now it finds itself with Jackson Knoll, who gives it to Tyrese Alexander. Alexander gives it to Geiger. Geiger gives it to Williams. Williams looks for some space. He finds Tyrese Alexander, who misses, but Nick Jungle is there for the putback. Kai Winston trying to put a nifty pass into the hands of Fred Garland. UW Stout comes up with the ball, and they find just 2 more points next to their name on the scoreboard. Armstead Wilkerson looking to create some space. Gives it to Fred Garland and gets it right back. Goes straight to the rim. Under contact, puts up a shot. No foul is called. It's a clean play by the UW Stout defense. And they come up with a rebound. Geiger now shoots from just inside the free throw line. Misses. I don't know if it was tipped. They're going to say no, so it is Albion ball as we bring in 3 substitutions. Brit subs are going to be Devin Holmes and Cortez Garland returning to the court, while sophomore Lamar Lee sees his first action of the night. Cortez Garland handling the ball. Finds a little bit of space, puts up a 3-point attempt, misses off the back of the rim. It's going to be rebounded by Syriacs. Syriacs gives it to Knoll. Knoll passes all the way across the court to Brody Fox. Fox eyeing his options, gives it to Williams. Williams puts up a 3-point attempt, misses off the front of the rim. Syriacs came up with the rebound. Ball is worked around the outside. before Brody Fox finally almost shoots it, but passes instead. Lavelle Williams going straight to the rack and does make 2 more points for the Blue Devils. 19-11, 13 minutes left in the first half. Score in favor of the Blue Devils. Lamar Lee looking for his options, gives it to Kai Winston. Kai Winston passes on the left side to Cortez Garland. Garland to top the three-point line, back to Lamar Lee. Lee gives it to Fred Garland. Fred Garland trying to go inside, shoots from the free throw line, misses. Lamar Lee comes up with a rebound. Tough play. He's going to go up and try to shoot, but be fouled on the play. Jody May not thrilled about his offense right now. But he's going to let him know what to do. We're going to make the proper corrections, and we're going to play some good basketball. First is good for Lamar Lee, and that foul was going to come courtesy, by the way, of John Syriacs. On the court for the Britons, Devin Holmes, Justin Maccabee, Lamar Lee, MJ Barnes, and Cortez Garland, as that second free throw rattles around and misses. Ball is loose out of bounds, and it will be UW Stout basketball. Kyle Williams hands the ball off to Tinsley. Tinsley under contact, still makes his way into the lane, tries to put up a shot. It's blocked by MJ Barnes. Barnes passing down the court to Cortez Garland. Garland looks for his options, trying to find some space. Justin Maccabee shoots from just inside the three-point line, and he is going to miss. That ball was rebounded by John Syriacs, and they're going to call a quick foul in the air on that rebound by MJ Barnes. Barnes, a little confused by the call, but very smartly removed himself from the situation and just smiled it off. Very good play by MJ Barnes. John Syriacs with the ball. He gives it to Tinsley. Tinsley being covered tightly by MJ Barnes. Brody Fox with the ball. He gives that ball, to Kyle Williams. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on Cortez Garland on that play. So each team now with 3 fouls. Kyle Williams to inbound the ball for the Blue Devils. Gives it to Tyrese Alexander, who gives it right back to Kyle Williams. John Syriacs with the ball now. Looking for Armani Tinsley. Tinsley now with the ball. Just wants a little bit of space. Passes it behind his head to Syriacs. Syriacs to Williams. Williams to Brody Fox. And there's going to be a foul down low. Looks like they're going to call a blocking foul on Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. That is correct. So that is Armstead Wilkerson's second of the game, with just 11:45 remaining in the first half. So he will likely be subbed out. Kyle Williams to inbound for Stout. He gives it to Armani Tinsley. Tinsley to Fox. Fox to Alexander. Alexander to Kyle Williams. Williams passes out wide to Syriacs, and Syriacs puts up a three-point attempt, misses long, ball is loose. Last touch by Tyrese Alexander, who tried to rebound it, so Albion will take the ball as Chance Crittenden subs into the game for Albion, seeing his first minutes of this game. Cortez Garland with the basketball, being covered by Kyle Williams. Passes to Devin Holmes. Holmes looking for Barnes, doesn't get him, so instead he's going to give it to Cortez Garland. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Devin Holmes. Holmes handed the ball off to Cortez Garland, and it looked like he tried to set a pick, but got a little too aggressive, so they're going to tally up a foul next to his name. Kai Winston makes his way towards the table, looking to sub into this game here shortly, as Brody Fox finds himself shooting under the basket. A quick putback off the backboard. What a shot there by Brody Fox. Brody Fox not happy with the contact underneath the basket. He wanted to shoot one more. McAbee now to Crittenden. Crittenden finding MJ Barnes. Barnes looks for some space, doesn't see enough, so he makes enough and misses off the front of the net. Ball is rebounded by Cortez Garland, but loses the ball out of bounds. Looks like it was tipped by Kyle Williams, so the Britons will keep possession. And the Blue Devils have a pair of subs coming into this game. It's going to be Lavelle Williams and Carson Moe. Fred Garland is going to sub in for his brother, as Cortez will find a seat on the bench and take a breather. Talk things over with Coach May. Fred Garland inbounds the ball to MJ Barnes. Barnes passing over Tinsley's head, finds McAbee down low. McAbee trying to size up Tyrese Alexander, puts it through the net. 2 more points, purple. And that pass from Lavelle Williams intended for Tyrese Alexander goes long, just out of his reach, so that goes out of bounds. And the Brits will get the ball back, looking to put a couple more points on the board real quickly. Fred Garland with the ball, dribbling down the left side. Lavelle Williams playing defense. MJ Barnes now with the ball, passes right side to Crittenden. Crittenden looking for Kai Winston, doesn't find him, dribbles down low, goes to McAbee. McAbee looking for a little bit of space under the basket, bounces 4 or 5 times before eventually going wide, and that ball is going to be rebounded by Carson Moe. Moe gives the ball to Lavelle Williams. Lavelle Williams quickly in transition gives it back to Carson Moe. Carson Moe finds Tyrese Alexander, and Tyrese Alexander is going to put another basket on the board for the Blue Devils. Fred Garland going straight to the rack under heavy contact, but they're going to call an offensive foul on this play. So Fred Garland tried to just get a basket under heavy contact, and they're going to call him for offensive foul. That is Fred Garland's first of this contest. Lavelle Williams with the ball. Gives it to John Syriax. Syriax looks for his options. Gives it to Armani Tinsley. Tinsley down low to Brody Fox, and Brody Fox scores an easy bucket. Cortez Garland back into the game, passes on the left side to his brother Fred. Fred gives it to Kai Winston. Winston out wide to Chance Crittenden. Crittenden puts up a three-point attempt. Rolls all the way around the rim, maybe even twice before falling outside. Rebounded by Brody Fox, and Fox gives it to Tinsley. Tinsley puts up his own three-point attempt, rattles around, eventually misses, rebounded by Fred Garland. Garland in transition, wants to make his way past every Blue Devil possible. And they're going to call looks like they're going to call him for double dribble. Both teams still just sort of trying to find their offensive rhythm here tonight. UW Stout definitely able to create some depth. They've subbed in so many players so far here tonight, but everybody seems to have a job, know their role, and definitely contribute to the offense. The Britons, meanwhile, looking to find some points, just haven't fallen their way quite yet, but I know at least I am quite confident they're going to get things going. Coach Jody May definitely getting some energy going for the Brits during that timeout. And the Britons just come onto the court seeming like they have a certain purpose about them, and they're ready to get themselves right back into this ball game. 25-14, 8:46 remaining in the first half. Lavelle Williams takes the ball, coming off of this timeout. Fred Garland, he wants to stop. Ball finds Nick Jungle. Jungle hands it off to Lavelle Williams. Williams puts up a three-point attempt, knocks it down. Cortez Garland with the ball. Lavelle Williams just trying to keep that pressure going, playing great defense. MJ Barnes now with the ball, trying to go towards the basket, puts up a floater, goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Armani Tinsley. So Fred Garland is going to look to find an inbounds pass. And he finds one with MJ Barnes. Barnes looking for just a little bit of space, doesn't find it, gives it to Devin Holmes. Holmes trying to make his way past a couple of Blue Devils, goes up for a shot, and they're going to call a foul on the play. Armani Tinsley looks to be the one called. Yep, number 0, Armani Tinsley will be called for that foul. Disagrees with it, making that known. Devin Holmes now with the line. First shot's on the way, rattles around and drops through the net. And the second shot, no doubt about it. And now the Blue Devils looking to put the pressure right back on Albion, as Lavelle Williams finds a quick pass down low to Nick Jungle, and they put 2 more points on the board in maybe 2 seconds. Cortez Garland tries to pass to Fred Garland. It is knocked out of bounds by the Blue Devils, so Albion will keep the ball. Lamar Lee now into the game, looking for a pass, gives it to Devin Holmes. Holmes finds himself all alone, doesn't want to shoot, makes his way towards the basket, puts up a shot. It is blocked by Nick Jungle. Brody Fox now with the ball, driving down low. Lots of contact, no foul called on either player. Brody Fox back with the ball. Brody Fox passed it to Carson Moe, who tried to just take a little step before he shot, but they're going to call a travel. So Albion will take the ball back. Blue Devils 30, Britons 16. 7:27 remaining in the first half here at Cressy Gymnasium. Cortez Garland gives it to Devin Holmes. Holmes gives it to MJ Barnes. Barnes looks for some space, doesn't find it, makes it, and he puts up a 3-point attempt. And that's 3 tally marks that find themselves on the scoreboard for Albion. Lavelle Williams tries to pass the ball to Brody Fox down low. Scrum for the ball before Brody Fox does come up with it and put a couple more points on the board for UW Stout. Armani Tinsley not happy, wanted a foul called on his team, for his teammate there. No such thing happens. So now Cortez Williams goes to the rack on the other end, puts a shot up, and he's fouled. That foul's going to come from Nick Jungle. And that is Jungle's first foul of this contest. Cortez Garland now at the line. A few subs looking to check in after this shot. Misses. Kai Winston looking to check into the game. He's going to relieve Devin Holmes. Meanwhile, for UW Stout on the court, we've got Luke Geiger, John Syriacs, Nick Jungle, Jackson Knoll, and Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams now with the ball, being guarded by Lamar Lee. Williams hands it off to Geiger. Geiger gives it to Jackson Knoll. Ball is worked around all over the place. Gives it to Jungle. Gives it to Geiger. Gives it to Syriacs. They're going to call an offensive foul on Kyle Williams. So the Brits will regain possession. Cortez Garland with the ball, being covered by Kyle Williams. He passes to Kai Winston. Winston passes to Lamar Lee. Lamar Lee drives inside, finds himself right in front of the basket, tries to shoot instead, passes to Justin McAbee, And Maccabee makes that basket under high contact. He's going to go to the line, try to make it one more. That foul was on 33, Nick Jungle, so Jungle now with 2 fouls. He'll take a seat on the bench as Tyrese Alexander comes into the game to take his place. Maccabee at the line looking for one more. And he makes it and one. Kyle Williams. Tight defense from Fred Garland. Geiger. Noel. Noel heaves one back to Geiger across the court, being double covered. Kyle Williams now with the ball. Almost loses it, but keeps it. Heads up play by Kyle Williams. Geiger now with the ball, gives it to Tyrese Alexander from mid-range. Misses off the rim. Lamar Lee snatches that ball out of the air. And now on the other end, MJ Barnes looks for space, doesn't find it, gives it to Fred Garland. Back to MJ Barnes, and back through the net for Albion. 3-pointer from Barnes. Tyrese Alexander gives it to Geiger. Geiger being covered by MJ Barnes, tries to pass it down low. Ball's tipped around, last touched by Syriacs. That ball goes out of bounds, and Justin Maccabee loves it. Score is now 32-25, still in favor of the Blue Devils. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in the first half, as Fred Garland dribbles the ball across half court, being covered by Lavelle Williams. Williams playing incredible defense so far in this contest. And now Kai Winston passes down low to Justin Maccabee. Maccabee straight in front of the rim. He's going to be blocked by Drew Scott. Lavelle Williams with the ball once again. He finds Noel. Noel puts up a 3-point attempt, misses. Tyrese Alexander misses the putback, and Justin Maccabee secures the board. Maccabee sizing up Drew Scott. Passes to Winston. Winston to Barnes. Barnes puts up his own 3-point attempt. Rattles around and misses. They're going to call a foul in the air. We're not sure yet who it's on. So that foul is going to go against the Blue Devils. Tyrese Alexander was the culprit. That is the first on Alexander. Drew Scott started this game, and then he picked up 2 quick fouls, and Tyrese Alexander stepped up to the plate. Filled in rather quickly for him, and he's played some really solid minutes so far here at Kresge. Lamar Lee at the line for the Britons. That one finds the net. Ball is inbounded to Noel. Noel gives it to Williams. Lavelle Williams sizing up Cortez Garland. Looks for a pass. Tries Geiger. Doesn't find him, so he gives it to Alexander. Alexander to Noel. Noel lobs one up to Drew Scott. Scott down low to Geiger. Geiger wanted to go to the basket, but he couldn't. Too much pressure from Lamar Lee. Ball is shot by Lavelle Williams. Misses. Rebounded by Fred Garland. Garland heaves it down the court to Kai Winston, and Kai Winston with an easy layup for Albion. Coach Jim Lake for the Blue Devils has to call a timeout. We've got ourselves a contest. 4:31 remaining in this game, and the score is UW Stout 32, Albion College 29. So after the timeout, Tyrese Alexander will look for a pass. He gives it to Lavelle Williams. Williams dribbles across half court. And tight coverage from Cortez Garland results in a foul called on that play. So Lavelle Williams is going to go to the line. Cortez Garland with his second foul of the game. He will find a seat on the bench, probably for the remainder of this half, we would think. 3:54 remaining in this half. And Lavelle Williams looks to attempt his second. And that one's good. And the referees are going to call their own timeout just to sort of check things out. I will never fault the refs for calling a timeout just to make sure that everything is correct. You always want to have a referees team with a high attention to detail and just making sure that everybody's on the same page. Got to appreciate that from the Stripes. Ball's inbounded to Fred Garland. Garland looking to keep this current push going for the Britons. Lavelle Williams looking to disagree. MJ Barnes with the ball, being covered tightly by Armani Tinsley. MJ Barnes shoots a long three-point attempt, misses off of the rim. Devin Holmes tries to rebound, doesn't quite secure it. That ball will go out of bounds off his hands. And Lavelle Williams looks to be discussing something with the referee. Not sure what. But he will take the inbounds pass and makes his way past Lamar Lee. Armani Tinsley puts up a three-point attempt, and Armani Tinsley is a shooter. That's really all I have to say about that. Armani Tinsley is a great shooter. If the Britons are going to win this game, they're going to have to lock him down one way or another. Fred Garland is going to miss a mid-range jumper on the other end. Ball's batted out of bounds, and the Blue Devils will regain possession. And John Syriax is going to come in this game for UW Stout. Drew Scott will find a seat on the bench. Carson Moe is also going to sub into this game. He will relieve Luke Geiger. Lavelle Williams, MJ Barnes on defense. Williams wanted to find some space for a shot, just mishandled the ball a little bit. So Armani Tinsley comes up with it, and he makes that mid-range jumper. Jody May not in a great mood at the moment. Hoping something he says to our boys at halftime turns that around. Devin Holmes with the ball. Covered tightly by John Syriax. Great defense. Passes out wide. He passed out wide to Fred Garland, and Garland wanted to just step to the side, but he's going to be called for a travel on the initiation of that move. Lavelle Williams making his way around the three-point line. Several different Brits come in to play defense at one point. Shoots the ball, misses off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Armani Tinsley. Back in the hand of Lavelle Williams. Tries a little Euro step. Tyrese Alexander grabs a pass and just sort of eases it through the rim. Fred Garland gives it to MJ Barnes. Barnes calling for some help from Maccabee. Just wants to create enough space to shoot. Instead, he's going to go straight to the rim. Rolls off the front of the rim, rebounded by Carson Moe. Moe gives it back to Lavelle Williams. I really want to know if Lavelle Williams ever gets tired. I really do. I'm just not sure at this point if he does. But Albion finds themselves with the ball. MJ Barnes is going straight through the lane, just mishandles the ball a little bit. And the refs are going to call a timeout. A player from each team sort of went after that loose ball, and then both those players sort of just went straight to the ground. Not quite sure what happened. quite the group was between them and my vision. They're both going to walk off the court. Well, Devin Holmes might stay on the court. Jody May goes out to just check on him, make sure he's all right. Looks like he's going to sub out. If I'm correct, that was John Syriacs for the Blue Devils who was hurt on that play. So athletic trainer Adrian Sanchez is going to tend to him. Adrian Sanchez, a fantastic athletic trainer, did his undergrad at Boise State University before completing his master's at Western Michigan University. Armani Tinsley puts a three-pointer in the air, misses off the backboard, rebounded by Justin McAbee. McAbee gives it to Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. Wilkerson gives it back to McAbee. McAbee to Barnes. Devin Holmes takes that pass down low. Great defense by Scott. And Drew Scott tried to take a charge. Didn't quite get the job done. He's going to be called for a blocking foul on that play. So Drew Scott now with 3 fouls. He's going to take a quick break and be relieved by Nick Jungle. 1:06 remaining here in the first half. Score is UW Stout 41, Albion College 29. Geiger with the ball on the left side of the three-point line. He gives it to Lavelle Williams. Lavelle Williams being covered by Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. Williams gives it to Alexander. Alexander gives it to Geiger. Geiger to Lavelle Williams. Williams just trying to muscle his way past Wilkerson, and he does. 2 more points, Blue Devils. 41 seconds remaining in this first half. Wilkerson calls for a play. Wants to just make a little bit more of a dent in this game for the Brits before this first half is over. Give and go with MJ Barnes. Back to Wilkerson, back to Barnes. Wide open, and he drains a three-pointer. Once again, Armani Tinsley not happy with the referee. Thought there should be some kind of a call on that play. 15 seconds remaining here in the first half at Kresge. Geiger gives it to Jungle. Jungle to Tinsley. Tinsley being covered by Holmes, so he passes to Alexander. Back to Tinsley. Tinsley's been a spark plug for this offense here tonight. Passes out wide to Geiger. Geiger, a quick sidestep, does not get the shot off in time. And that's going to end things in the first half. At halftime, the score is UW Stout 43, Albion College 32. It's been a back-and-forth contest here so far. Albion broke the ice with scoring, and then UW Stout went on a run, and then Albion went on a run and almost completely cut the deficit, got things tied. Not quite. And then UW Stout went on a run, and then Albion came back and almost closed the deficit again. And now UW Stout finds themselves on a little bit of a run. But then Albion makes a 3 at the end of the first half, and who has the momentum right now? I really don't know. I really don't. It goes back and forth, but UW Stout really has found ways to control this game for most of it. They got on one of the first real runs, and ever since then it's been back and forth. Albion has found ways to control them, just not consistently. So personally, I've been quite impressed by the offense played by some of the Blue Devils, in particularly Lavelle Williams and Armani Tinsley. Both of them playing very efficient minutes, playing clean minutes, not picking up a lot of fouls, finding ways to make points, whether it's first attempt, second attempt, doesn't matter. They are all over the court. The conditioning seems to be incredible. However, we're only halfway done. We've got an 11-point game at halftime. We have 13 minutes and 39 seconds left in halftime, and then I will take you through the second half. We're only halfway there, folks. My name's Jake Moss, head golf coach at Albion College and the voice of Brits basketball for this season. Thank you for joining us. I will be back in just a few minutes to take you through the rest of this one here at Kresge. Go Brits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, second half just about ready to get started here at Kresge Gymnasium. The score, the UW Stout Blue Devils 43, the Albion College Britons 32. Back and forth runs in the first half, just about ready to get the second half started, and we're underway. Cortez Garland is going to start the half with the ball for the Brits. Passes to Justin McAbee. McAbee looks to make his way towards the basket. He's going to drop 2 points under contact. Lavelle Williams not happy with that call, but he's not wearing stripes, so his opinion is outweighed. Justin McAbee at the line looking for one more. Rattles around the rim and misses. Rebounded by Tyrese Alexander. Alexander's going to hand it off to Lavelle Williams to get the offense started for the Blue Devils, but he's covered by MJ Barnes. Hands the ball off to Armani Tinsley. Tinsley to Geiger. Geiger, he tries to pass to Tinsley, but it's picked off by Cortez Garland. Garland makes his way to the rim and drops it through the nets. 5 quick points for the Britons to start this second half. Lavelle Williams back with the ball. MJ Barnes tried to just maybe put his arm out and stop him, but put his arm out way too close to his chest. That's going to be a foul on Barnes. Lavelle Williams looking for some help from Alexander. Doesn't get it. Gives the ball to Tinsley. Tinsley finds just a little bit of space. Misses the three-point attempt off the back of the rim. Geiger comes up with the rebound and gives it back to Williams. Williams dribbles his way past MJ Barnes. Rattles around, misses off the rim. Maybe 3 bounces before Justin McAbee comes up with it. McAbee wants to make his way to the offensive zone, but Tyrese Alexander doesn't want to let it happen. Hands the ball off to Devin Holmes, but it's mishandled and picked up by John Syriacs. Syriacs to Alexander. Alexander to Lavelle Williams. Williams gets a pick from Alexander, but Albion with a heads-up switch on defense. Ball's lobbed down low to Tyrese Alexander. Jostled around a little bit before Syriacs finds it. Passes wide to Geiger. Geiger misses off the side of the rim and eventually picked up by Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. Wilkerson passes down low to Cortez Garland, and Garland with 2 more points for Albion. Lavelle Williams passes to John Syriacs at the top of the three-point line. He gives it to Armani Tinsley. Tinsley with a floater, drops through the net. So there are the first points of the half for UW Stout. Cortez Garland making his way across half court, hands the ball off to MJ Barnes. Barnes finds some space, puts up a three-point attempt, misses off the front of the rim. Ball's hit in the air by Devin Holmes, and John Syriacs came up with that ball. Does pick up the rebound, but in the process, he was fouled by Cortez Garland. And that's Cortez Garland's 3rd foul of this contest, so he's going to take a seat on the bench for a few minutes, as well as Justin McAbee. Those two will be relieved by Kai Winston and Fred Garland. Tyrese Alexander is going to pass inbounds for the Blue Devils to start this possession. Just lobs it into Lavelle Williams, and MJ Barnes is going to let him take it. Lavelle Williams across half court. Tries to power his way past Barnes, turns around, puts up a fadeaway shot, and he's going to knock that one in, no doubt about it. And now on the other end, Fred Garland with the ball, being covered by Geiger. Garland passes to Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. Wilkerson maybe looked like he was going to go up for a shot. It was tipped, went out of bounds. Last touched by the Blue Devils. Looked like maybe Drew Scott was the last to touch it. So Albion will keep possession. 14 on the shot clock as Fred Garland finds a seat on the bench. He's relieved by his brother Cortez. Wilkerson lobs it inbounds, nobody home. So Lavelle Williams picks it off quickly in transition. Tried to just put up an easy bucket, but it was knocked free by Cortez Garland. Ball rolls out of bounds, so the Blue Devils will keep possession. 26 on the shot clock, 17:07 on the game clock, 47-38 in favor of the Blue Devils as Lavelle Williams puts up a three-point attempt, and that one's going to find the basket. So we've got a 50-38 game in favor of UW Stout. Albion with the ball. Cortez Garland being covered very efficiently by Lavelle Williams. Tries to go to the rack, but he's going to be stuffed. Justin Maccabee is going to return to this contest for the Britons. Devin Holmes will take a breather. Armstead Wilkerson's going to try once again to lob a pass up onto the court for the Brits. He finds Kai Winston. Winston tries to pass down low to Justin Maccabee. Ball's mishandled. Finds itself once again in the hands of Lavelle Williams. Williams to Armani Tinsley. Tinsley loses the ball. Ball's just knocked around on the floor before MJ Barnes and Armani Tinsley both find themselves with their arms wrapped around it. So a jump ball results in Wisconsin Stout basketball. Lavelle Williams, guarded by MJ Barnes, looking for a pick from Tyrese Alexander. Definitely a pick and roll attempt, but didn't quite work, and now Cortez Garland with the ball. Looking to make his way past Williams. Finger roll through the net for the Brits. He's gonna go to the line for one more. (50-40) in favor of UW Stout. 16-18 remaining in this game. Cortez Garland trying to cut the deficit to 9, and he does. And one play for Garland. Tyrese Alexander with the ball, hands it off to Geiger. Geiger being covered by Wilkerson, so he gives it to Brody Fox. Fox gives it to Armani Tinsley. Tinsley to Alexander being covered by Maccabee. Just sort of hands the ball off to Lavelle Williams. Maccabee's going to complete the switch. And then the ball's passed out wide to Armani Tinsley. Tinsley misses the three-point attempt off the back of the rim. Justin Maccabee comes up with a save. He's going to hand that ball quickly inbounds to Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson, who starts this offensive possession for Albion, giving the ball on the left side to Cortez Garland. Garland gives it to MJ Barnes. Barnes looking for some space, goes straight to the rack, and he makes his way past a pair of defenders before he finds the ball in the basket. Lavelle Williams, three-point attempt on the way. Rattles around, misses off the backboard and the rim. Wilkerson with the ball, couldn't quite handle it, so Brody Fox picks it off. Tries to just lay one in off the glass, misses. Wilkerson on the rebound, being covered in transition by Williams. Gives it to Maccabee. Maccabee looking for MJ Barnes, but he's covered tightly by Armani Tinsley, so Kai Winston now with the ball, gives it to Cortez Garland. Wilkerson with the ball around the free throw line, makes his way sort of around some contact, but he travels. So that ball's going to go the other way, and Jody May is going to let him know what he did wrong. Seven-point basketball game, just under 15 remaining. Lavelle Williams makes his way across half court, being covered by Cortez Garland. He's going to pass on the right side to Armani Tinsley. Tinsley going to the rack, passes out wide to Brody Fox. Fox passes to the other side, back to Lavelle Williams, who puts up a mid-range floater, misses off the rim, rebounded by Cortez Garland. Garland, speedy in transition, passes out wide to MJ Barnes. Barnes looks for some space, steps to the side, puts up a three-pointer, misses off the front of the rim. Maccabee was in the air, couldn't quite handle the rebound, so Brody Fox picks it up, gives it to Williams, gives it to Tinsley. Tinsley with his own three-point attempt, rattles around the rim and misses. Last touch by the Britons, so UW Stout will keep the ball. Justin Maccabee is going to take a quick break. Lamar Lee will sub into the game, while Tyrese Alexander on the other side will take a breather. Nick Jungle will step into this game, as well as Kyle Williams. He will relieve Lavelle Williams. Lavelle Williams is going to take a break in this game. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought that Lavelle Williams just didn't really get fatigued, but it looks like he's going to take a break. Tinsley to the rack. Under contact, he finds the hole. Devin Holmes will inbound the ball to Cortez Garland. Kyle Williams looking to make a stop for the Blue Devils. Cortez Garland finds himself alone, puts up a floater, knocks it down. Cortez Garland. Ball's inbounded to Kyle Williams. Williams being covered by MJ Barnes. Williams maybe looked like he was trying to get a defensive switch, didn't quite get it. Gives the ball to Carson Moe. Moe gives it back to Kyle Williams. Williams calling for some motion. He passes Carson Moe down low. MJ Barnes looking to make a stop, but Carson Moe's able to make those points. And then UW Stout calls a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. Folks, we do want to congratulate the Albion College football team with their 34-7 win over Alma College today. They secured the 2021 MIAA championship, and they will advance to the NCAA Division III playoffs. The selection show will be tomorrow when they find out who they're playing, where they're playing it, and after that they can prepare to keep that season alive. First horn sounds, 15 remain. Subbing into the game for the Britons will be number 20, Chance Crittenden. Crittenden saw almost 3 minutes in the first half. He's going to see if he can add at least 3 more here in the second as Cortez Garland starts his offensive possession for Albion. He shoots from the logo, misses off the rim and the backboard. Devin Holmes tried to come up with that rebound, but it falls out of bounds, and the Blue Devils will take over. Newly checked into the game for UW Stout is Jarnard Smith. Smith gives it to Carson Moe. Moe pump fakes, then goes towards the basket. It's sort of batted around a little bit. Ref says last touched by the Brits. Armani Tinsley puts up a three-point attempt, misses off the rim, rebounded by Carson Moe. Moe looks for a second attempt. Oh, he was blocked by Chance Crittenden, but they're going to call a foul on Chance Crittenden at the same time. That's going to be Chance Crittenden's first foul of this contest as Carson Moe finds himself standing at the stripe. First free throw for Moe is on the way, and he makes it, no doubt about it. Whistle sounds, so Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson will make his way into the game. Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson with the ball. He'll get the offense started on this possession for the Brits. Armani Tinsley looking to deny him. Wilkerson goes to the right side, passes down low to Devin Holmes. Holmes wanted to make his way under the basket, and they're going to call a foul on Nick Jungle. So Nick Jungle now with 3 fouls in this contest. He will stay in the game for now. MJ Barnes is going to return to the court. Lamar Lee will make his way towards the bench. Armstead Wilkerson with the ball, looking for the inbounds pass. Finds MJ Barnes. Barnes wants some space. Carson Moe says no. Passes the ball to Maccabee. Maccabee looking to go down low, loses the ball underneath, and it's picked up by Nick Jungle. Jungle tried to pass it. Justin Maccabee knocked it out of bounds. Says if you're going to get the ball, you're going to have to pass it in bounds first. Newly checked in for the Blue Devils is Preston Briggs. He inbounds to Smith. Smith back to Briggs. Briggs hands the ball off to Moe. Moe to Jungle. Jungle to Tinsley. Tinsley puts up another 3-point attempt. Misses off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Devin Holmes. Holmes hands it off to Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. Wilkerson making his way down the left side, then passes to Maccabee. Maccabee to Devin Holmes at the right side 3-point line. Looks for a pass. Being patient with it. Gives it to Wilkerson. Wilkerson passes across court left side. Cortez Garland. Garland going underneath the basket. Finds Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. Wilkerson 3-point in the air. 3-point through the net. Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson with the swish. On the other end, Amani Tinsley with the ball. Going towards the basket. Finds a wide open Nick Jungle. So Nick Jungle puts an easy 2 on the board for the Blue Devils as the Brits are going to try again. Armstead Wilkerson back with the ball in his hands, surveying his options. Tinsley playing tight defense, passes behind his back to Maccabee. Maccabee thinks about a shot, then he thinks twice. Passes it back to Wilkerson, ball's fumbled around, and they're going to call foul on that play. Not quite sure who it was on. They're going to call that one on Briggs. So Preston Briggs, seeing his first action of the night, he's going to get called for a foul as Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson goes to the line for the Britons. Wilkerson at the stripe, deep breath. First shot in the air and rattles around, finds the net. Returning to the game for UW Stout is going to be Geiger and Drew Scott. Wilkerson, second shot on the way, makes that one 2 for 2 for that trip at the line. And Smith is going to take the ball to start this possession for the Blue Devils. Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson covering as Smith passes to Drew Scott. Scott hands it off to Carson Moe. Moe gives it to Smith. Smith thinks about a shot, then goes straight to the rim, puts it up, rattles off of the rim, rebounded by MJ Barnes. Barnes gives it to Garland on the right side. Double covered, thinks about some space, wants to make it to the basket, spins around and finds the hole. Cortez Garland would not be denied. He was going to score one way or another for the Britons. And on the other end, Geiger finds himself with the ball, passes to Briggs. Briggs to Smith. Smith examines his options, covered by Wilkerson, passes to Geiger. Geiger covered by Garland. Geiger from just inside the free throw line takes a shot, and he's going to airball that one. So the Brits with the ball once again. We got a score, Blue Devils 58, Brits 52. 6-point ball game with 10:31 remaining here at Kresge. And there's a timeout on the floor. The Brits called that one themselves. Coach May is going to talk this one over with the Brits. The lead is now cut to 6. Albion has not led in this game since the opening bucket. But all the momentum in the world with Albion right now, trying to keep it going and take this one at the end. Both teams make their way back out onto the court. On the floor for the Blue Devils, Carson Moe, Drew Scott, Tyrese Alexander, Luke Geiger, and Lavelle Williams on the court for the Brits. MJ Barnes, Justin Maccabee, Cortez Garland, Devin Holmes, and Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. Wilkerson with the ball, gives it to Holmes. Holmes thinks about handing it off, instead passes down low to Garland. A little bit of a mishandle, but still keeps it, going straight to the hole. Misses off the front of the rim, batted around before Drew Scott grabs it out of the air. Very physical down low, but no fouls called. Very clean play. And in transition, Drew Scott, just a quick putback off the rim. He finds 2 points for the Blue Devils. And now Cortez Garland on the other end, being covered by Lavelle Williams. He passes left to Armstead Wilkerson. Wilkerson to Barnes. Barnes to Cortez Garland. Garland being covered by Geiger. Passes wide to Jonathan Armstead. Wilkerson, three-point bucket in the air, misses short. Armstead gets his own rebound. Maccabee now down low, just trying to force his way past the defense, and he does. It's such a short way to shoot the ball when you're underneath the basket, but there's so much work required when you have to force your way past a defender like that. Loose ball. Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson comes up with it. He wants to slow down the tempo just a little bit, look to Coach May, say, what do I do? MJ Barnes with the basketball, looks for some space, loses it, and it's going to be picked up by Maccabee. Maccabee shoots the ball in the air, and he's going to be fouled, it looks like. That foul is going to come courtesy of Drew Scott. So Scott now with 4 fouls in this game. He's got just 1 left to give. So Drew Scott, Luke Geiger are going to make their way towards the bench. Looks like Nick Jungle and Armani Tinsley will step onto the court in their place for now. Wilkerson lobs it up in the air. Maccabee goes and gets it. Tyrese Alexander playing defense on Maccabee. Looks for a pass, gives it to Devin Holmes. Holmes hands it off to Cortez Garland. Garland calling some kind of a play. He put a thumbs up in the air. I don't know what that means. Cortez Garland makes his way to the rack, looks for some isolation, misses that one off the front of the rim. Armani Tinsley on the rebound, gives it to Williams. Williams back to Tinsley. Tinsley puts up a mid-range shot, misses. Tyrese Alexander on the putback finds the net. Now Cortez Garland on the other end looks to sort of organize something, get a play going. Hands it off to Barnes. Barnes looks for a pick from Devin Holmes, but Tinsley was ready for him. Finding his space, puts up a floater. Almost missed, but it rattled around and eventually dropped through the net. And now we're going to have a timeout. The referees are going to call this timeout themselves. Just make sure they get all the details taken care of. Make sure everybody's on the same page. 8:21 remaining in this game, by the way. The score is 62-56 in favor of Wisconsin Stout. So they're going to call a double technical foul. It's going to be on 22 Carson Moe for the Blue Devils and 3 Justin Maccabee for the Britons. So both of those players will head towards the bench. Not exactly sure what caused that, but on the other end, Lavelle Williams puts up a floater from mid-range, and that makes it nothing but net. 8-point ball game now, 8 minutes remaining here in this contest. Here at Kresge, Cortez Garland gives it to Devin Holmes. Holmes looking for his option, finds Wilkerson. Wilkerson at the free throw line, back to Holmes down low. He's going to get fouled on that play. And that foul is going to come from 14, Lavelle Williams. That is his first foul of this game, really? Wow. Lavelle Williams playing incredibly efficient basketball here tonight. That's his first foul of this game, playing almost every minute possible here tonight. Devin Holmes now at the line for the Brits. First attempt in the air and through the net. So he will try one more. See if he can cut the deficit back to 6. Misses off the front of the rim, rebounded by Nick Jungle, so he's going to hand that ball off to Lavelle Williams. Williams being covered by Cortez Garland. Now being covered by Devin Holmes. Ball finds Tyrese Alexander down low. Alexander tries to go up for a shot. He's going to be fouled. Not quite sure who fouled him. That's going to come from number 2, Devin Holmes. So that is Holmes' second foul of this contest as Maccabee is looking to check back into this game. Tyrese Alexander at the line for the Blue Devils. The first is good as Maccabee returns to the game. Kai Winston thought he was going to sub out, but instead it's going to be Devin Holmes. Tyrese Alexander looking for one more from the stripe. He makes it, so he's 2 for 2. Armstead Wilkerson gets the inbounds pass from Winston. Brody Fox into this game. He's going to cover. Pass to Kai Winston. Winston looking for MJ Barnes down low. And it looks like they're going to call a kickball. Nick Jungle's going to have a seat on the bench and be relieved by Preston Briggs. Cortez Garland looks for the inbounds pass. Doesn't see much, so he's going to call a timeout. Folks, thank you once again for joining us. My name's Jake Moss, head golf coach at Albion College, and the voice of Brits basketball once again for this season. I'm happy to take you through this live stream event. We've got a 9-point game here late in this one. Score is 66 for the Blue Devils, 57 for the Britons. Swimming and diving update today. Albion had a meet against Alma. And the scores for that one. We'll come to you in 1 second, I promise. For men's swimming and diving, Albion beats Alma 137-67. And on the women's side, Albion beats Alma 151-67 today at the Dow Athletic Complex. And now off of that timeout, Cortez Garland is going to try once again to inbound the basketball. Lobs it up from Maccabee. Maccabee grabs it. Almost had enough space to shoot, but he didn't. He's going to try to power his way past Preston Briggs. It's going to be swiped out of his hands by Brody Fox. So now Lavelle Williams with the ball in his hands once again. Seems to be taking more time than he has been so far in this game. Puts up a shot, rolls off the front of the rim. He's going to get fouled. They're going to call a foul on Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson while he rebounded the ball. He's not exactly sure why, so he just politely asks. The referees also want to have a quick chat with Armani Tinsley. Nevertheless, UW Stout looking to inbound, lobs it to Tyrese Alexander, who's not able to control it, so that ball goes out of bounds, and the Brits will get the ball back. Kai Winston just bounces the basketball to Cortez Garland. Lavelle Williams looks to cover. Ball is passed to Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. Wilkerson looks to pass to Barnes, but it's picked off by Tinsley. Tinsley looks to make his way right past MJ Barnes, and he misses, but they're going to call a foul on the play, and MJ Barnes can't believe it. As usual, MJ Barnes, a very mentally tough player, doesn't agree with the foul, but he smiles and says, okay. He understands that arguing it is not going to change the outcome. All he can do is smile and get back on defense. Tinsley looking to shoot from the line. First one misses off the back of the rim. Devin Holmes is going to return to the game for the Brits, while Drew Scott will return for the Blue Devils. Armani Tinsley will attempt the second free throw of this trip. And that one makes its way through the net. 67-57, just under 7 minutes remaining here in this contest. Cortez Garland with the ball, passes to Kai Winston. Winston hands it off to MJ Barnes. Barnes to Wilkerson. Wilkerson to Garland on the left side. Garland wants something. Someone give him some options. Cortez Garland tries to just power his way past. Misses. It's going to be blocked by Preston Briggs. So Briggs gives it to Williams, and Williams quickly in transition goes right at Kai Winston, then passes wide to Brody Fox. Fox goes underneath and passes out wide to Tinsley. Tinsley going to the hole. The referees are going to call a foul on the floor. I didn't see it. Oh, now I see. They're going to call a foul on MJ Barnes on that play, so Barnes picks up his third foul of this contest. John Syriacs will check back into the game for the Blue Devils as Tinsley returns to the stripe. First one in the air, misses short off the rim, rebounded by McAbee, who just politely hands it off to Cortez Garland. Still time left in this one, 10-point deficit, 6:20 remaining. Wilkerson to Garland, Garland to Wilkerson, three-point attempt, finds its way through the net. A contested three-point shot by Wilkerson puts 3 more tallies under the Britons scoreline. So the Brits found some points. Now they need to prevent points on the other end. But Armani Tinsley answers with a three-pointer of his own. Garland to MJ Barnes. Back to Garland. And Cortez Garland makes a long 2-point attempt from almost 3-point range. I wasn't expecting a shot, but we got one, and we got a couple points, so I guess we'll take it. Lavelle Williams puts up a shot, misses off the front of the rim, almost rebounded by Devin Holmes. Devin Holmes does eventually come up with it, moving quickly in transition. They're going to call a blocking foul down low on Brody Fox. Brody Fox tried to get in front of Devin Holmes and take a charge, but he didn't get there quick enough, so he's going to get called for a blocking foul as Devin Holmes goes to the line. Tyrese Alexander's going to check into this game before we take any free throws, as John Syriacs just smacks his hand on the way by and makes his way to the bench. Holmes, ball in the air, ball through the net. The deficit is 7. Holmes, shot number 2 on the way. Short off the front of the rim. Looked like he knew it right away. But Tyrese Alexander comes up with the rebound, gives it to Lavelle Williams. Williams to Fox. Fox looks for some space. MJ Barnes doesn't want to give it to him. Ball's passed to Alexander. Alexander passes to Tinsley. Tinsley lobs it to Drew Scott. Drew Scott passes back out to Tinsley. Tinsley looking to create some space. Looks like maybe they're going to call a foul on Tinsley. No, they're going to call a foul instead on Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson, who can't believe it. And that's going to be the 4th foul of this game on Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. And once again, Armani Tinsley will go back to the line. Tinsley doing a fantastic job of either finding enough space to shoot or getting fouled instead so far in this second half. But Tinsley is such a fast player, and he's able to move on a dime. He's able to cause defenders to sort of just be off their rhythm, and when they try to go in for a steal, he's already not where they thought he was. On the other end, Cortez Garland tries to flip it into the basket. He misses, and now Lavelle Williams passes on the right side to Tinsley, who puts up another 3-point attempt. Misses off the rim. They're going to call a foul. And that foul is going to be on Brody Fox. Fox came up with that rebound, but they're going to say that he pushed off before collecting it. So Brody Fox picks up his first foul of the game. 9 fouls for the Brits, 9 fouls for the Blue Devils. And Coach Jody May is going to call a timeout for the Brits. He and Coach Frisbee are going to draw something up, just sort of get the momentum going back in their favor, hopefully. Just a couple players on each team in real foul trouble. For the Brits, Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson has 4 fouls. He's got 1 more to give, while MJ Barnes and Cortez Garland each have 3 fouls. And then for UW Stout, Drew Scott has 4 fouls and Nick Jungle has 3. (72-63) in favor of UW Stout. 4:38 remaining in this game. Cortez Garland at the line for Albion. Garland's going to make the first, so he will shoot 1 more. On the court currently for Albion, Cortez Garland, Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson, MJ Barnes, Justin Maccabee, and Devin Holmes. Second shot on the way. It's no good. Tyrese Alexander comes up with the board. He gives it to Lavelle Williams. Williams taking his time. Passes the ball to Tinsley on the right side. Tinsley looking to create some space. Doesn't get it yet, but he's going to try again. Misses off the rim. They're going to call a foul somewhere on the play. There's a lot of contact. Couldn't quite tell where it came from. They're going to say Devin Holmes is the culprit there, and that's Devin Holmes' 3rd foul of this contest. And once again, Armani Tinsley going to the line. Feels like his 50th free throw here in this second half. The first is good. Cortez Garland now with the ball for the Britons. He hands it off to MJ Barnes. Barnes gives it to Holmes at the top of the 3-point line. He gives it to Maccabee. Maccabee to Garland. Garland down low to Devin Holmes. Holmes wants to make his way past Drew Scott. Instead, he passes to Justin Maccabee, who shoots, tries to bank it off the glass, misses off the front of the rim in the process, and now Tinsley with the ball. Tinsley hands it off to Lavelle Williams. Williams being covered by Cortez Garland, so he passes to Luke Geiger. Geiger gives it back to Lavelle Williams. Williams looks for his options, tries to create space from Cortez Garland, puts up a shot, makes a long 2-pointer. Garland now with the ball. Devin Holmes steps over to help, look for maybe a pick and roll. And Garland's going to shoot from the free throw line and get fouled in the process. Definitely a swipe on the hand. The referees are going to talk this over. Lavelle Williams is going to be called for that foul, and he's going to be right there to ask the referee for an explanation. He gets it. That is Lavelle Williams' 2nd foul of this game as Cortez Garland tries to make another dent in the deficit. He makes the first. 3:20 remaining here at Kresge. Garland now, 2nd attempt is good. cutting the deficit back to 10, 76-66. Here in this one is Lavelle Williams taking the ball into the other end. Handing it off to Tinsley. Tinsley passes across the court to Geiger. Geiger passes in the corner to Alexander. Alexander maybe looking to slow it down and just be patient with the ball. Passes down low to Drew Scott. Drew Scott passes back out wide to Lavelle Williams, who calls for some help. Defensive switch now. Devin Holmes steps in to cover Williams. And he tried to pass that ball, but it was deflected by Devin Holmes. Picked off by MJ Barnes, and now Cortez Garland tried to make a three-pointer and just missed. Justin McAbee with the rebound, strips it from the defense and keeps it himself. Justin McAbee now going to the net and drops 2 points in the basket for the Brits. When you play Albion basketball here in Kresge, it's a never say die attitude. We don't care what the deficit is. We're going to chip away at it all the way until the end. Timeout is over. Tyrese Alexander looks for a pass. He gives it to Armani Tinsley. Tinsley slowly makes his way towards half court, gets across it. 2:25 remaining in this game. Score is 76-68 in favor of the Blue Devils. Tinsley taking his time, 16 on the shot clock. He passes to Lavelle Williams. Williams being covered by Garland. Passes all the way across court back to Tinsley. Tinsley puts up a three-point attempt and makes it. Nothing but net. Cortez Garland now with the ball being covered by Lavelle Williams. Looks to create a little bit of space. The ball is knocked out of his hands by Drew Scott. And Scott is going to take it to the other end and dunk it through the hole. Cortez Garland's going to try this one again. Gives it to Armstead Wilkerson on the left side. Wilkerson passes to MJ Barnes. Barnes looks for some space. Gets it and puts up a shot, but he's going to miss off the front of the rim. Tyrese Alexander with the ball, hands it off to Lavelle Williams. Coach Jim Lake for the Blue Devils is going to call a timeout there. We've got a 13-point basketball game with 1:25 remaining. The Brits are going to try to make a push here at the end, and hopefully it's not too late. Luke Geiger is going to inbound the ball for UW Stout. Looking for a pass. Gives it to Tinsley. Tinsley now taking his time. Looking to run some clock. He gives it to Lavelle Williams. Williams, stutter step, tries to pass down low. It's picked off by Maccabee. Maccabee, immediate pressure coming from Tyrese Alexander. And the referee's going to call a foul. That foul's going to be on Tyrese Alexander. That is his second of this contest. Maccabee now going to the line. The first is good. The second is also good. 11-point game with 1:06 remaining as Armani Tinsley heaves it down the court to Luke Geiger. And Geiger now holding the ball, then politely handing it off to Lavelle Williams. Williams just trying to run some clock down. 17, 16, 15 on the shot clock as Luke Geiger gets the ball once again, gives to Tyrese Alexander. They give it back to Tinsley. Tinsley looks for some space. He's going to be called for a foul. Not Tinsley himself, but there's a foul on Tinsley. They're going to call it on Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. So that is Armstead Wilkerson's 5th foul, and he's going to find a seat. I did not see the foul, although I am on the other side of the basketball court, and the referee was right there next to him. So I'm going to think that he had a better view than I did. Once again, Armani Tinsley goes to the line for the Blue Devils. The first is good. Making it a 12-point ball game with 44 seconds remaining. And he picks up the second. Cortez Garland with the ball. Gives it to Chance Crittenden. Crittenden to Barnes. Barnes to Garland. Garland straight in front of the hoop. He's going to be fouled. I thought cleanly blocked, but he's going to be fouled by Lavelle Williams. That was really close, folks. So Williams now picking up his 3rd foul of this contest as Cortez Garland shoots the first, makes it. Carson Moe is going to check back into the game for UW Stout, as Lamar Lee is going to check into the game for Chance Crittenden. Garland now attempting the second, makes it. 11-point ball game with 31.7 seconds remaining as Tinsley gets the inbounds pass. And he's going to be met at half court. Ball finds its way to the ground, and they're going to call a traveling on Tinsley. Tinsley is not happy about it, but they're going to call a traveling, and Maccabee immediately looks to give the inbounds pass to the Brits. Cortez Garland gets the inbounds pass. Lavelle Williams looks to play some defense. Garland wants to go straight to the basket, misses, rebounded immediately by Tyrese Alexander, and he's going to be fouled. Cortez Garland is going to be called for his 4th foul here in the gymnasium. Tyrese Alexander will go to the line. He will miss the first, attempting the second. Misses, rebounded by Devin Holmes. Holmes gives it to Garland. 15 seconds remaining here in Kresge. Just wants an open shot, gets one, finger rolls through the net, cutting the deficit to 9 with 10 seconds remaining. The referees are going to call a foul on number 20, Chance Crittenden. Lavelle Williams will go to the line. The first is no good. In and out. He does make the second. Deficit is 10 with 10 seconds remaining. Cortez Garland quickly gets the ball, looking for some space. He's going to get fouled. Looks like foul is from Carson Moe. It is. That is Carson Moe's first foul of the game. Garland will miss the first off the back of the rim. And he will make the second. Deficit is 9. Ball's inbounded. And Lavelle Williams is just hugged by Cortez Garland. That is his 5th. Cortez Garland will foul out of this contest. So Lamar Lee will check into the game. Lavelle Williams back at the stripe, ball in the air, and he makes the first. Preston Briggs will check into the game for Tyrese Alexander. Williams will make the second, and Albion will just inbound and let the last 4 seconds tick off of the clock. That's all she wrote for us here at Kresge. The final score is the University of Wisconsin Stout 86, Albion College 75. We will have some stats for you here in just a minute. Our SID crew will bring that to me momentarily. But the Brits now with 2 games played at Kresge and 2 losses at Kresge, unfortunately, they've got to try to get this one back. They're going to go on a short road trip and play a little bit of basketball on the road before coming back and hopefully getting some wins here at Kresge. We're looking forward to bringing you Brit basketball all season long here on the Albion Athletic Sports Network. My name's Jake Moss, head golf coach here at Albion College, and your voice of Brits basketball once again for this season. And here come my stats, courtesy of our wonderful stat crew. So your points leader tonight is going to be Armani Tinsley with 30, and he will be followed by Lavelle Williams with 25. Albion's point leader, Cortez Garland with 26, and then MJ Barnes and Justin McAbee each added 15. And then rebounds. The overall rebounds leader came from the Brits. Justin McAbee recorded 9 boards, while Tyrese Alexander recorded 8 for the Blue Devils. The story of this game, folks, is that University of Wisconsin Stout was able to push the tempo and be physical while also keeping it clean and not putting up a lot of fouls. Nobody for Wisconsin Stout fouled out of this game, and only 1 person came up with 4 in the entire contest, while Albion struggled to stay away from the foul tallies as 2 players fouled out and several more accrued multiple. So University of Wisconsin Stout, credit to them, very well conditioned, just keeping the tempo going and being able to turn on a dime and make different sorts of cuts and moves and draw up different sorts of plays while also staying balanced and not committing fouls.
So the Brits look to go on a road trip and come back here and defend Kresge. And we're looking forward to bringing it to you all season long. Thank you for joining us, folks. Have a great night and go Brits.